Good day, folks. My name is Jesse Pullman. I'm a science fiction fantasy author from Long Island, New York. I am the host of Dystopian Review, the creator of it, the guy who made the videos. It is a place where we dream of nightmare worlds. It's a place where we analyze the science fiction fantasy of the dystopia, which, of course, has never been a fiction. Dystopian literature often pulls from real things that real people experienced, often marginalized people, minorities, queer people, etc., etc. And it takes that stuff and it stretches them into fiction. It makes real stories into fake stories. And it's through those fake stories that we reach out to people. The motif of the handmaid is just legendary at this point because we pay attention to Margaret Atwood because she's an awesome writer, don't get me wrong, but she's also an old white lady. And we pay increasing attention to Octavia Butler, who's a black lady who wrote Parable of the Sower, which really nails down a lot of what we're going through today. And that's why I'm making this video. I've never formally introduced this channel. I've never formally introduced myself to you. So a little bit of background on me. I'm a science fiction author, like I said. I'm a former social studies and ELA teacher. I have degrees in history and English language and a master's in secondary education. So teaching is my thing. I work with what I've got. Do I have perfect stuff? No. You can see how my arms are cut off when I reach my arms out because I don't have a big enough green screen to cover the wide field of view of this camera. But that's what we're working with. We work with what we have because, well, we need hope in this world. We need to continue to hold on to the embers of hope because if there's one thing this channel has been about, it's been about, well, you've seen how I'm obsessed with Terminator, right? You saw how years ago I made this little clip here to introduce myself as a Skynet asset because I was role-playing a character who was an evil corporate, well, not necessarily evil, but ensnared in a corporate plot to be a promoter of disinformation. It's a storyline that I actually stole from a band called Pandora's Toilet Box. They're no longer around, but I'm very good friends with one of their singers, and she's awesome. They're awesome. I've always tried to figure out how to incorporate their music into a dystopian review because dystopian review analyze literature, and music is literature. It's just poetry with a beat. My cat is using the litter box. Do forgive me. She's adorable, but she's in the litter box. So, as she scrapes around and diverts my attention, I'm making this video today both to introduce myself and to introduce this project, which, if I can make my camera disappear for a second, is called Dystopian Report. What is it? Well, Dystopian Report is going to be a place where I talk about relevant news articles, literature, etc., etc. I tie it all together to talk about what's going on. Is this going to be a daily thing? Probably not, because it's a lot of effort to go through that, and I'm not saying it's off the books. It's not a thing that's going to happen. I'm just saying it's a thing that's going to take time to get there. It depends on the feedback I get. I am open to feedback. Please keep it positive. If you're just going to flame my videos, I'm just going to ignore you. But if you have something useful to contribute, I'm happy to hear it. We're going to analyze stuff probably once or twice a week. Or, when I get a bug up my butt. There's other words that I could use that I'm just not using at the moment. Doesn't mean I won't use them. I might swear. I might say some things. They might be controversial. You might not always agree with me, and that's okay. Because we're here to talk about these negative things so that we can form some kind of plan of action. And I've always been guided by the idea of action. What can you do to change the thing that exists? Or what can you do to at least, if not change the thing that exists, take it and make it not as impactful to your life and make it less harmful to you and yourself. Because this channel is about hope. It's always been about finding the light in the dark. And if you go back to my Terminator reviews, you'll see one of the big themes that I pulled out of the franchise when I explored what it's about is the classic line from Terminator 2. There is no fate but what we make. We make our own fates. Can I help the cat being in the litter box right now? No, I can't. It's just what she's doing at the moment. But I can control what I do with it. I give writing advice. I just recently talked about character agency and how characters, they're fictional. You're playing with them in your brain, but you give them the illusion of agency and control over their choices by doing things like making the choices make sense for the context of the situation. If the Dark Knight kills the protagonist's friend, the protagonist might do something rash because they're emotional, but that's still agency because you're still making a choice within the context of their emotions, that sort of thing. There is no fate but what we make. And for that reason, we have to have hope, because even if we can't always defeat the dark dystopian things that we're going through, we can do what we can to protect those around us. You know, one of the things I taught when I taught the Holocaust was like an onion of association and responsibility. Those that are close in the center of the onion are your family and your dearest friends. And then the onion expands to people you're close to and that you work with on a regular basis. Then expands to people you see but you don't really know. And then expands to the people that you brush up against in the church but you don't talk to or deal with. That sort of thing. We're controlling our fate as best we can. We're helping out those who we can, and that's all there is to it. That's all we're going to do here. So when I talk about a news article, I'm not necessarily doing it out of a place of hatred or anger, even if I am angry. We're going to talk about it from a place of what we can do about it. That's the praxis. That's the outline. The cat's going to come up here in a minute and be adorable as I move my headphones around. Do you want to come up, little lady? Do you want to be like the thing that ties this little video together? Hi, this is Ariel. She has this backstory too. She's a very adorable little lady, and we love her very much. She's been with me since the beginning. She's looking around like, what the hell are you doing, Daddy? Hi, lovely. Go in your beddy. She has a little bed next to the desk. So anyway, I've been going on for too long. I want to thank you for joining me on this video. And I'm going to have some stuff out in a little bit. Let me know what you think. She's trying to climb in my suit. Yes, I have a suit on. Yes, she's already messed up my buttons. That's great. Wonderful. I love recording video with buttons messed up. Anyway, I want to thank you for joining me. I hope you're doing well. This is my last attempt to record this. It's too much. Anyway, have a great day. As I say in all my videos for all my channels, pieces. And I really do hope you keep hope.